Everything's a priority, you say. Really? I say. I'm going to tell you why everything is not a priority and what you can do to change that in your head. Hiya, I'm Debbie Waite. I am a transformational life and business coach who work with stressed out and overwhelmed working parents. So, you have 1,000 things going on whizzing around your brain. And I totally get it. You know, all of the things that need to be done right here, right now, all of your work commitments, your clients, your emails, everything to do with the kids, getting them to school, kids clubs, uniforms, washing, everything that surrounds that. Your own health, the health of your kids, keeping fit and healthy to be able to exercise, whether that's for fun or whether that is for your health and fitness. The house, everything to do with the house, looking after the house, cleaning the house, tidying the house, renovating the house. Any pets that you have, looking after your pets, any holiday plans you have, any presents that need buying, any social events that need organising, blah, 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 blah. I know it is going woo, woo, woo around your head, and it always does, because it is all a priority and it all needs to be done right here, right now. And that is what is stressing you out. That is the reason for a lot of your overwhelm, a lot of your exhaustion, being tired all the time, and you just can't see a way out of it. And I'm going to tell you, it's easier said than done. Trying to change it around, flip your mind is hard, but it's so worth it in the long term, because you can't carry on everything being a priority, because it simply isn't. So you need to learn to break it down into smaller chunks. And there are two main ways to do that. Two very simple questions that you need to get to grips with before anything else can change. Firstly, number one, what do you want? What is it you want? Now that might seem like a really simple question, but I bet you can't answer it. What is it you want right now? What is it you crave more than anything? What does healthy look like for you? What does wealthy look like for you? What does a loving relationship look like for you? Can you define what that means? What does success look like for you? What does that word success mean? What does happiness feel like for you? What does that look like for you? But overall, what is it you want? Now, this might be different from yesterday. It might be different from tomorrow. But right here, right now, what is it that you want? Second question. How are you going to get it? Sounds really simple, doesn't it? But how are you going to get what it is you want? What needs to happen for the change to take place to get what you want? What is it that whatever you do now will have the biggest impact to get you to where you want to get to? Which is why the question number one is so important, because unless you know what it is you want, you're never going to know how to get there. So spend a lot of time on question one. But how are you going to get it? Often people are spending 80% of their time juggling all of the stuff, dealing with all the noise in your head for 20% of the results. I want you to flip that. What can you do? What can you focus on? What can you prioritize 20% of the time, which will give you 80% of the results? It's stopping the noise and going, what is it I really want? do not undervalue this. This is absolutely key to reduce your stress, reduce your overwhelm, to reduce your exhaustion. Because then, and only then, can you base all of your decisions on a day-to-day basis, on a minute-by-minute basis, on those answers. Because then you can look at your crazy to-do list, whether it is on paper, whether it is in here, whether it is on your phone or a screen. But you can look at that to-do list and you can go, right, does this thing that I need to do, does it take me closer to what it is I want and how I'm going to get it? Or does it take me further away from what it is I want and how I'm going to get it? And then the bits that take you further away, you let them go for now or for good. And the bits that move you closer, you prioritise. And that is a proper priority based on the conscious decision of what it is you want and what it is you don't want. Now, I know that that sounds really simple. I know that it's something that people undervalue all of the time. And that's why people don't do it, because it is much, much easier and probably more socially acceptable and potentially rewarding in the short term to just get on with things. Just say yes to everything. Just carry on doing the doing like you've always done the doing, like every other year, like every other month, like every other week. But if you carry on doing like that, you're going to get exactly the same results in the next year as you have the past year, the past 5 years. That is overwhelm. That is stress, unhappiness, not getting to where you want to get to at this stage of your life. So when you say everything is a priority, I still say, really? Because I've given you 2 questions to ask yourself. And then the final question, does it take me further or does it get me closer to the answers of those 2 questions? And that is how you reduce your stress. That is how you reduce your overwhelm. And that is how you get some energy back in your everyday life. Now, even though you agree with me, even though you are still right here, right now, you know, and you know that I know, that you're not going to do that. Which is why I create environments to allow people to do that. I create environments that get people doing the work that they need to do to move things forward. Whether that be one-to-one coaching, whether that be motivational events, or whether that be transformational programs, that is why people do the work with me. So if this rings true to you, message me right now and let's make the next year different to the last year's.